Good morning, welcome to Trading with Goals. I'm going to start. So today we have post here for Netflix and ISRG and AXP. I haven't seen. AXP, not much movement. So Netflix, yesterday we discussed it. It had a squeeze. It was in the momentum list, so it means it can either give you a good pullback, or a good bullish continuation. So it decided to pull back. Now, yesterday we looked at 30 levels and we said it was right there at the previous close, and we had said if it goes down, it was meant to go to this is weekly, it's monthly, this monthly. So it was meant to go to, so below the close 607, the ATR is 537, and we have a rejection week. It has a rejection week that went to 566, 565. And then if it's bullish, it was meant to go to 676. So we know most stocks right now, we've been bullish ever since last year, November, end of October. Some stocks are due for a pullback. And then we know Netflix had a failed slingshot. So we had a failed slingshot when it hit, it rejected 640 here. Then the next day, it broke below. Was it the next day? That was on the 8th. It hit 639, rejected 640. So we expected a slingshot setup because this was a 52-week high. And the next day, it gave us the slingshot setup because it broke below the previous day low, but it went lower than 615, making it a failed slingshot. So there's no way it was going to go here. Sometimes maybe on special occasion because of earnings, but if we followed the failed slingshot, it was not meant to go back to 639. So you're expecting a pullback. 634 was a lower high. So we knew we were going to break which level, 607, and we broke it here to 603. Then another pullback, you know you're going to break 603 to go lower. So we went up 622 on Tuesday, and then 623 like a double top, came down. This was a higher low. And then we went up another lower high, 619. 619 was lower than this 623. So we knew we were going to break 603 to go lower. And that's what happened. Earnings, it's about almost 40 points down. I don't know, I remember we had a where did we get that 566 level? Was it this FIBXT? Where was that level? I feel like we saw that level somewhere yesterday. I don't know what we used. So for 4 hours, going back where we came from 549. So that's the level to watch when the market opens. If Netflix, excuse me, if Netflix continues dropping 549. If it rejects 549, then let's see. I don't think today it can go not unless, let's see. So it broke this 576. So on daily, the next level is 527. So we have to break the 549 before we go to 527. I feel like where did we see that level for 566? I don't know. So I don't think it can go to 600 today, being Friday. But you guys know Netflix is usually a good post-ER. So this ER, it went up. It was bullish from the previous earnings in November. Before we were bearish, went to 344. Then we started being bullish from last year, October, for Netflix. Then went up. We continued, and we are yet to retest 700, the COVID high. Now, it needs to be above. It needs to be above 575. What's the level now? So for calls, we need to be above 5. Forgotten my math. It needs to be above 575. 575? We need to be at 575 for calls. And it can go all the way. Yeah, if we get a good move, we can go back to 587, 592, 598, 604. Nice. Going back to 600. Okay, so the level going back up, it needs to be above 575 to go to 604, and below 567. So this is the rejection week, hit 565. Then it can continue to 560, 562, 556, 550, 545. So going back, we need where we came from was 549. So that's the level we are watching for if we keep on with the bearish trend. Yeah. Sorry guys, sometimes I'm doing this math in my head. So 549 here. 601. So that's the level we're watching for. If we're going back up 601, we're going down 549. So if we count days, we had a change of character here. So this was day 1. Then we had this move up, but closed below this. So this was not a change of character. So far it gave us 2 lower lows. And then today we'll wake up to the 3rd lower low. So we had our change of character here. Then day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we were waking up to day 6. Today will be day 1. If we're not going up for pullback, then we might continue lower to go to that 549 level. That's what you're watching for, Netflix. Now, you guys know Netflix is a good post-ER. So if you don't trade Netflix post-ER, I don't know. ISRG is also good post-ER. It was meant to be a lotto, but I don't think this is a lotto move. Probably it will continue up, but it needs to be above 385. 385. So it went to 389. So when the market opened, let's see if it will continue up We know it hit 403. So that's the 52-week high, 403. So if it doesn't go to 403, just get puts. Just get puts for ISRG. So ISRG, it gave us a good pullback here. We had a change of character here, 1, 2, 3. Then indecision, and then finally we broke this support, continued down. So the level you're watching for, 354. If it continues down 354, it needs to go back up to 403. So there's no option. If it doesn't go to 403, just get puts for ISRG. AXP, I haven't seen much action, but it had done a pullback here, and then it was going sideways. Probably it was squeezing. No, it has a wide band. And the 4-hour. So it was squeezing here. We have no much action, but the same thing for ISRG. If it's not going back to, is it 231? Let's see. 232. So if it's not going back to this level, it's at 217. If it's not going back to 232, it creates a lower high, just get puts. It broke this support, so the next support you're watching is 209. 209. Let's see, it's almost hitting that. The next support is 199. So if it breaks below 209, we have 199. If it's going up, it needs to go to 232. If it doesn't hit 232, just get puts. Okay, so those are the levels for those three post-year stocks. SPY, look at SPY. So you all look at Robinhood. It was saying it had gone to 392. So that's the level we're going back to. So we have 390. If it breaks below 490. If it breaks below 490, we have 482 for SPY. If it's going back up, it needs to be above 508. Okay, so this 508 is a key level. That's the 50% retracement that we broke. So any pullback today, even if it's 507 point what, it's a lower high. It needs to go 508, or it's going down to this 490. 490, below 490, we have 482. So you guys, below here, you guys know, every time SPY, so that was before we broke 500, 480 and 468, very key levels. So the minute we break below 480, that's the next level we are watching for, 468. Okay, that's SPY. QQQ, I don't know, should be getting a bounce. I still feel we should go lower. So we were going sideways. That's why we had the 3 weeks tight pattern. Then finally we broke below this. The minute you're breaking that consolidation level, it's a sign you're going down. So since this candle, this broke below this level, even if it closed up here, but we broke below that support, the next day we have a strong bearish candle, another strong one, another strong one. When a stock makes a decision, you give it 3 days, at least 3 days, 3 to 6 days of it continuing in that trend after a change of character. So far we have, after this consolidation, we have this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 lower lows. We are meant to go back to 421. Okay, so that's the level here, and 416. Okay, So 421, 416. Going back up, we need to be above 434. So if we pull back any level below 434, just get puts whatever level, and we are at 422, so 434 is a stretch. Any level below 434, just get puts. If we're going down 416 now because we've broken below 421, 416, then I'm just using the previous levels for guide. So 416, 402, 395. Okay, stocks go back to where we came from. That's where we came from. That's where we are headed. Okay, so those are the stocks you are looking at. And then we have MSTR and coin that I've seen they're pulling back. So yesterday we had an inside bar. So it means today you're looking at MSTR. Whenever you have an inside bar, it's a constriction, which is usually followed by expansion. So it's gone up. It needs to close above 1362 for us to have a change of character. If not, it's a lower high. We're still going down. So it's at 1370, 1382. So it needs to break yesterday's high for it to go higher. If we all use the CPR levels, I don't know if anyone look at CPR. On, is it Friday, Wednesday? So these are the levels for CPR, the weekly. It touched the bottom of S3 on Wednesday. Then we going back to the same. Now the support now becomes resistance. So 1255, 1387. So this is a very simple, if you're using CPR levels, very simple. You're going back to CPR. We have to, the previous support now becomes resistance. So for this one, we are looking, this is a weekly, we're looking at it going back to 1387. And we know MSTR is capable of doing that if we keep on with the bullish trend. 30, you can use both, either 30 or CPR. So this is what I say, because sometimes I'm not able to put all the levels down. So this is the monthly. We hit this ATR and we rejected going to 1013. So either you're using this or you're using the weekly, because this is not a stock that has reported earnings. So for stocks that have not reported ER, you can use the multi-day. Okay. So we were below 1479. From Monday, we were right below the previous close. So you're getting puts. It hit the first ATR 100%, then broke it. So telling you when it's breaking, it's telling you on pullback, it's going to go lower. Then we went to the target level. My blue line is a target level. So we rejected going to 1071. Then going back up, you're going back to, again to the ATR level 100%. So it went back to 1275 and broke it. If it's breaking it, it means it's telling you it wants to go back up. So now that's what you're seeing here. It's breaking this, then it means it wants to head back. If it's going back up to previous close 1479, that's 200 points. I don't know, not unless we have some good news. It can do 100. 200 points, bit of a stretch, but it's possible. So today is Friday 19th, Saturday 20th, 21st. So next week, we still have time to the halving event. So this is a stock you guys should be looking at, MSTR and coin, until next week, 24th, as we head to the halving event. Any level lower than the previous If it's rejecting, breaking above the previous lower high level, just get puts. So we know we dropped, this was Monday, from 249, we hit 100% here, we broke it, we went up, meaning it's going to come down. So we came down here, we did like a double bottom at 206, and then it's pulling back, went up to 228, and we want to see if it's gonna go above 228 and head back to 245. So those are key plays for the next week before we do the halving event. Then we have stocks that are post year this week, still have UNH. So this one you use monthly. Okay. So when it reported earnings, we know this stock was bearish. It was bearish, went to 436. So before earnings, it was approaching up. We went back to this 100%, 449. So the next target was to go back to previous close, 494. Post year, we rejected it here, but the next day we broke it. So now we want to see today if it will keep going on. I know the level is far, 539. So we have these 505, 511. Use these ones as the target level is 521. If we are headed back up, you guys know UNH, it needs to be above 534. For it to continue being bullish, it needs to be above 534. So if that's where it's headed, 534, I don't know if it will be hit today, but that's the level you're watching for. If it doesn't go to 534, then it means you below 500. We have 485 is a key level. That's why we broke it here and went up. That's where it will head back to. So it's a post year. GS, JPM, they're also post year. But I want to look at DE and CAT today. Because DE broke above 400. Okay, so you guys know DE has to be above 408. Is it 406 or 408? It needs to be above 408 for it to continue up. Every time it's above 408, it's supposed to go to 423. Okay, so here we broke 408, yes, but we didn't even hit 420. So it was still a lower high. We didn't hit the target level. Then it came down. We had a failed slingshot here. And then it continued down, broke all the way to 386. And then it started going back up. And yesterday we broke 400. So because we broke 400, you're looking at it today, we need to be above 408 for the move up to continue to 413, 423. Okay. CAT, the same sector. Okay, it had a pullback here. So CAT, there's the key level for this one. I don't know the key level. So CAT is not post year. Let's look at the weekly and see. So it has an inside bar, meaning you're looking at it today. So it gave us this pullback and then we have a constriction. Any stock that gives you constriction, the trend we know is bearish, but it has a constriction. It might want to go up. It needs to be above 364, 365. Below it, any level below it, get puts. If it breaks it, then we have a chance to go retest those high levels. So previous close is 365. That's where it's headed. Above it, 381. That's the ATR. But if it breaks below, it broke. Oh, not yet. We haven't broken below 350. So if it breaks below 350, we're looking at it going lower next week, 334. Now, the reason why we're looking at this sector is because of DE went above 400, and this one rejected 365. So today you're looking at it hitting those levels. Okay. Semiconductor. They've been in the 5K play. They've been rewarding the entire week. So NVIDIA needs to be above. It's above the entry level, 847. How many days? So it needs to be above 847. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It should be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we had a change of character here. So 1. Then we had a change of character yesterday. So this was a bullish change of character, but it didn't fall through. And then we had a bearish change of character yesterday. So we need to watch out for 771. So the market still, there's still nothing to show us it wants to bounce, not unless we get a pullback today. But any pullback and still NVIDIA below 880, just get puts. If we get a pullback and it's not hitting 880, just get puts. Above 880, then we still need to go to 920. So here we rejected 920, we hit 910, we came down. We need to be above 880. If it doesn't break above 880, just get puts. We're not done. We're still bearish. I know people get impatient with the bearish trend. Nothing we can do about it. We're still bearish. So this one is trading inside this range candle. If it's inside a range candle, you want 9 days. If you're not getting anything, 21 days. If you're not getting anything, 30 days. So some of these stocks, I don't know, they're going sideways because they're headed to ER. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So today is day 21. Look at SMCI today. If nothing is happening, then it means it will still go sideways up to day 30. So it's SMCI, it's going sideways. Today is day 21. ABGO, I don't know, we had hit day 19 or what. So ABGO, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. Yesterday was day 18, and we saw on multiple of 3, it came down. So we said yesterday, because it was a multiple of 3, you look at AVGO, it was day 18. So it went from 1292 and it's still dropping. So this was a good play yesterday if you looked at AVGO because it was day 18. So today is day 19. SMCI today is day 21. NVIDIA, what did he say? So NVIDIA is just dropping. This one is not going sideways, it's dropping. AMD is dropping, it's not going sideways, so that one we know the trend, it's going down. It's only SMCI and AVGO that are going sideways. So this one is dropping also. It was going sideways. So if we count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. On day 18, we drop, then continue day 19. So this sideways, after 9, 12 days, you're just watching it on the multiple of 3. You're supposed to expect something on multiple of 3. So this one decided it's not going to day 21. So it did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The day you're seeing this, so this candle, it was a week, but it broke below this range. So this candle was telling you the direction. And then finally we have this move. So sideways, even if it's going up over day 12, on the multiple of 3, 15, you're looking at it. On multiple of 3, 18, like that, until you get a move. So that's what happened with LRCX. And I told you guys, LRCX is usually the sympathy when ASML reports earnings. So if you had caught this move post-ER for ASML, it reported on Tuesday pre-market. So Ella said, look at LRCX is usually the sympathy. So it gave us this move. So from 948 dropped all the way yesterday to 885. So this was a good play if anyone caught it, because it's usually a good sympathy for ASML. So these semiconductors, they are not doing the same thing every day. Each has its own character. So ASML post here, it reported here and it was bearish. So we knew the trend bearish. Pull back 919, still a lower high. Even LRCX did better than the stock that reported earnings. So if you caught LRCX, good. So this one, 886, it broke this support. So this one is also now dropping. It was going sideways. Okay. So we had here, it went down, then it was going sideways inside this range candle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. On day 18, the day after ER dropped, day 19 continued. So multiple of 3 for any stock going sideways. MDB, we also looked at it. It was going sideways. So it was going sideways here. Nothing much happening. Broke here, still didn't break this support. Went up, still didn't break this range at the top. So it was going sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yesterday was day 21. If you had looked at it, it dropped. So multiple of 3 when a stock is consolidating. So from 351, you would have caught the move down to 331. Okay, so those stocks consolidating are the best. You catch those moves before they happen. Crowd, CRM, all those, they were going sideways, and finally they broke out of consolidation. Okay, so after sideways, it breaks out of that range. You want that candle, even if it's a rejection week, but it's breaking below. So this was the day. This candle, it broke below this support. And then we had this, but this candle was already telling you where this stock wants to go. So here we have it. So since Monday, if you are trading crowd puts, from 312 down to 290. Okay, so that's about 22 points. Just trading consolidation and break of that consolidation range. CRM was the same. CRM had gone, I don't know, 28 days. Okay, so you want that candle, even if it's a week, you want that one that is dropping. So we had this This one approached, but it didn't break. But the next day, we woke up and it was down. The next day, we have 2 inside bars, and then we had continuation yesterday. Okay? So we had 271, pull back 280, 278, lower high, get puts from 278 down to 269. Just trading stocks that were going sideways. Now, FSLR failed slingshot. Excuse me. So this was a 2-month high, 188. Then pullback, get puts. The next day, it decided I want nothing to do with breaking this low. So we had a lower high, it went down and finally broke this. So this day we got a support and it broke below it. So now pullback, and it didn't go to 187, of course, 183 lower high, get puts, and we are watching it today. If it pulls back and it's any level below 183, below 187, below 188, just get puts. If it breaks above it, then it wants to go back up. Okay? Amazon failed slingshots. FANG failed slingshot. All those very easy puts. Make money with those easy puts with the failed slingshot. So if you're tracking, you can't just be trading a stock going up and you're not tracking it going down. So we had a failed slingshot here, 189. And then we broke this support, the previous day low. Here we went lower. And then the next day we went even lower. So a failed slingshot pull back. We pulled back 184 double top, went down 179, went lower yesterday 178. So this was good for puts, even if it's a small ATR. So we want to see today if it's going up, any level below 184, 188, 189, get puts. Same for FANG and all these stocks that hit 52-week high. So today you're looking at them because there's a possibility they can pull back. So we hit 211, gave us a slingshot setup, but it failed when it went to 200. So pull back, 205, lower high, get puts, went down, 199, broke this, then went lower and it's still dropping. Failed slingshot. Very easy. So if they pull back and they're creating lower highs, you just get puts. So this one, 158.44, this was the day it hit the first time. Then the next day it broke below, so giving us a slingshot setup. Went up, gave us a new high, but still 158.68, like a double top. Get puts, so we went down, we gave us a slingshot setup, 152, went up, 158.68, 158.67. Okay, came down, and so here this was a double top and this was a lower high. This was by 1 cent. I don't know if it matters, but it's a double top. It's actually like a triple top, 158, 158, 158. Then again 158, which is a lower high, then came down. So look at this one. If it goes up and doesn't hit this level, just get puts, failed slingshot. I don't know which was the other one we had. So Meta, already we know it had a failed slingshot. Meta is reporting next week. So any stock reporting next week, it has a chance of being a lotto this week. So you look at them from Wednesday. Any stock reporting next week, you start looking at them from Wednesday. ENPH can be a lotto today. Microsoft, BA, Meta, Now, Amazon, CAT, MA. CAR is reporting the other week. Lilly is reporting end of the month. McDonald's, CMG, Crocs, DPZ, all those stocks reporting next week. You guys know DPZ. I've been talking about DPZ because DPZ, after it hit 508, we got a slingshot set up here, and then it failed. Okay. 508 was here. So this was the thing. This was the day it hit 52-week high. It came down, and the next day it didn't break below this 481. So it went up. So it still had an opportunity to go retest this level. But when it went up, it did not retest. Instead, it created a lower high. So you're getting puts. You're going to break which level? 481. So here we had a lower high, get puts. You'd have held here, held here, held here, and finally broke. Very easy trading those 52-week high and failed slingshot. Okay, so I said if you're a person who doesn't trade puts, this is the best way to practice. So from 505 dropped to 479. Very easy plays, and we've been talking about them. Failed slingshot, just get puts. If you see a failed slingshot, get puts. There's no way about it. Now, a BNTX and Moderna one in the 5K in the 5K list, sorry. They were in the 5K list today, this week. This one gave us a move on Monday. Okay. When you get a move like this, you count 3 days. So day 1, day 2, day 3. If no move is happening, just prepare for puts. When you get a move, a pullback, count 3 days. If that move is not followed through, prepare for puts. So look at it today. Moderna. TSM reported yesterday. Moderna, the same thing. So Moderna gave the move the following day. You count 3 days. So 1, 2, Moderna today is day 3. If it doesn't follow through to go to this level and break it, just get puts. TSM, post here. When was it reporting earnings? I thought it was this week. Did they change the ER date? Yesterday.
It was yesterday pre-market, Virginia.
Oh, it was pre-market. And it
Yeah.
didn't do anything? Ugh, my goodness. It didn't do much. Okay, so look at it. 2 days. You guys know the second day after stock reports earnings, you look at it. So today is day 2. It didn't do much. These earnings are becoming, usually the first quarter is not that interesting. And I hope you guys know the trend. The first quarter, not that interesting. And the second quarter and the third one are the bomb. So look at TSM. It didn't do much. But it dropped. So 142, it is at 124. There's a rejection week here. So look at it. That's so weird. Chinese are just tired. So we have a change of character here. Then we had an inside bar. Then this one. So we want to see if it will get another strong bearish candle or it will go back up. I don't know what the market is still, if you look at SPY, there's still weakness. So Nothing has changed. We're still bearish. Yeah, done. Long term, we are up, but short term, we are down. And we are touching. So if you look at, so I told you guys yesterday, you're looking at a Bollinger Band, and we are now along the lower Bollinger Band, okay? So a stock can break a rule up to 6 days. So here we broke a rule, broke a rule, broke a rule. Yesterday broke a rule. This can happen up to 6 days, but it cannot do this continuously. It has to go back up. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 days of breaking the rule. We are down here. So any point we get a pullback, this is the level you're watching for 516. So we'll break a rule. You can see before when SPY was breaking a rule on the lower side here, it can't keep breaking a rule for 6 days. It's usually less than 6 days. So he's here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then pull back, and then it touched here and then went back up. So that's how it is with the Bollinger Band. You can't keep breaking the rule for 6 consecutive days. It has to go back inside. So here we broke a rule, broke a rule, broke a rule, and yesterday we broke a rule. At some point, we'll have to go back inside, pull back, and then it can continue down, or we go back up to the upper Bollinger Band. So this breaking a rule, so we go by a stock that is so a stock like ADB, you see, break a rule, break a rule, break a rule. It can't do this for 6 days. It has to come back up. If it doesn't touch the midpoint, it will, go down. Then it went up. It didn't go to the upper band. Then it came again. Break a rule, break a rule. If it goes inside and it doesn't come here, now you're walking down the band. So here it's walking, 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 walking. Break a rule, no, it just touched. Then if it's touching, it can do the same thing, bounce and go back up. But you can't keep breaking the rule for 6 consecutive days. Okay, snow is squeezing. Okay, you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has to go back inside. So that's what I'm looking at with SPY. It has broken the rule for 4 days. So that can't keep going on, even if whatever stock it is. Tesla, the one that has been flooded. Okay, so see here, break a rule, break a rule, break a rule, break a rule. This can happen 4 days. Very rare it goes to 6 days. It will go back inside, and then it will now be walking down the band without breaking the rule. And then if it's not doing that, you have a pullback which happened, then it was going sideways. And then here again, walking, break a rule, break a rule. It broke a rule, it goes back inside, and then again break a rule, goes inside like that. It can't just keep breaking the rules. It has to go back inside. Okay, now you see here Tesla, you also watch it. Breaking a rule here and here, it can go back inside. And it was squeezing. So any squeeze is usually followed by the band widening, and that's what happened to Tesla. It continued down, and we broke 150 yesterday, was it Tuesday? So Tesla 153, I think, was it the level we talked about? 143. So we broke this level. 143. Is it 143? So 139. Don't even want to see 100, and this Tesla is just not doing much. Okay, so those are the things you're looking at if you're using the band, this Bollinger Band, to see the stocks that are breaking a rule. They can't keep breaking a rule for more than 6 days. See here, it has to come back inside. Okay. Squeeze, we went up, break a rule, has to come back inside. So use the Bollinger Band. Lily was squeezing here, but we didn't materialize. So if you're squeezing and you're not going up, then anticipate this will drop. It has to materialize. Okay, so here it's just touching. We want it to break a roll or go back to 766. Irene. Today, if we're not getting any pullback, just know Monday will wake up more bloodshed. Okay. Tosh, sign us off. You've talked for, I've not heard you for so long. Sign us off.
Let's make this money.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.